Hello everyone. I am first reporter. I am Angelina Arcala. Today we're going to talk about identifying credible sources for technical content. But before that, let's define what is credible sources. Credible sources are materials or references that are trustworthy, reliable, and authoritative in providing accurate and well-researched information. The credible sources is legit, well-detailed explanations, data, and analysis. This is reliable. Okay. Next is there are two types of sources. Primary sources and secondary sources. The primary sources is the original documents, the first-hand data. One of the example of this is the diaries, letters, okay, and music, art. Those are the examples of primary sources. While the secondary sources, this is the interpretations or analysis, summaries or primary sources. The example of this is the books and articles, reviews, critics, textbooks. Those are the example of secondary sources. To identify credible sources and technical content, we need to follow these steps. First is evaluate the author's credentials. Okay? We need to check the author's qualifications, affiliations, and expertise in the technical field. Okay? Look for academic degrees, professional certifications, or published work in the subject area. Okay? Second is assess the publication. Okay? To assess the publication, we need to use content from reputable publishers, journals, or organizations. The example of this is journals. Okay? The scientific journals. Okay, we need to verify if the source is peer-reviewed, which indicates the content has been evaluated by experts. Third is check for references and citations. Okay, we need to check the references and citations. Reliable technical content is well referenced with citations to other credible sources. Okay, ensure the references are current and relevant to that topic. Fourth is determine objectivity. Okay, we need to determine the objectivity. Look for unbiased and neutral language. Okay, avoid sources that seem overly promotional or based on opinions rather than data. Okay, we need to look the objectives. Okay, if the objective is related to the topic. Next is analyze the content depths. Okay, credible sources provide detailed explanations, data, and analysis. Superficial or overly simplified content is less likely to be trustworthy. Next is verify the date of publication. Of course, we need to verify kung kanus-as siya na-published. Okay, in technical fields, recent information is crucial due to rapid advancements. Ensure the source reflects the current state of research or technology. Okay, we need to know kung kanus-as siya na-publish, asa siya na-publish, kinsay ga-publish, okay, to avoid confusion or misunderstanding. Next is cross-check information. Compare the content with other reputable sources to ensure consistency. Be cautious of unique claims that lacks support from other experts. Okay? We need to ato yung check pag-ayo ang information. If this information is relevant and reliable. The last one is we need to apply the crop test. We need to apply the crop test rather. Okay, so what is crop test? So crop test is a set of guidelines for evaluating the credibility and reliability of information sources. So it stands for currency, refers to timeline, timeliness rather of the information. Okay, so currency. This it evaluates how recent and timely the information is for your topic. So in rapidly evolving fields like technology or science, outdated information may no longer be valid or applicable. So the question we need to ask is, when was the information published or updated? Are the reference or data recent? Does your topic require the most up-to-date data? So currency. Kung updated ba ang information or updated or outdated. And then relatable ba jud siya sa imuhang gipangita nga information. Next is relevance. Measures how closely the source aligns with your research needs. Okay? So relevant information ensure your writing stays focused and useful for your audience. Okay, does this source answer your questions or address your topic directly? Is it tailored to your target audience? Is the depth of the content appropriate? So that is more, so those are the questions you need to ask when kung mangita kag relevant information. Okay? Next is authority. Concerns the author's credentials, expertise, and reputation of the publisher or organization that provided the source. Okay? So, this evaluates the credibility of the author. Okay? The publisher or organization providing in the information. So, information from qualified expertise or reputable organization is more trustworthy. Okay, so you can ask who is the author? What are their credentials and expertise? Right? Is the source published by reliable organization? Can you verify their expertise through affiliation or previous work? So, an example of this, a blog post by a random individual may not be as authoritative as a technical report by a certified engineer or scientist. So moto siya example sa authority. Next is accuracy. So, it refers to the reliability, correctness, and trustworthiness of the information. Accurate siya. So, accurate information ensures your writing is credible and error-free. Okay? So, is the information supported by evidence, like data, references, or peer-reviewed studies? Are there any obvious errors such as mistakes in data or calculations? So those are the questions you need to ask when you are going to identify credible sources. Last is purpose. Okay? So evaluates the purpose behind the information. So understanding purpose helps you avoid bias and ensures the source aligns with your objectives. Of course, you need to know that these objectives na align ba jud siya sa imuhang gipangita. Okay? So, is the information objective and neutral? Does the source aim to educate? So, example is the academic paper or sell a product. Are there signs of bias such as overly persuasive language or one-sided arguments? So, the example of this is a white paper written by a software company might highlight their product advantages while downplaying competitors, indicating a persuasive purpose. So, by carefully examining each of these criteria, you can ensure that your sources are credible, reliable, and suitable for your technical writing. So this is very important to identify credible sources for technical content. So if you're going to identify technical content, you just need to follow the steps for you to able to avoid misunderstanding and confusions. So that's all on my part. Thank you for listening. Bye!
Good day everyone, I'm the second reporter and my topic is all about conducting effective research and data collection are fundamental to any successful study, whether it is scientific experiment, a market survey, or a historical analysis. So the first is define your research questions. In defining your research questions there are three parts. The first one is clarity and specificity, second one is feasibility, and the third one is relevance. So in first one, the clarity and feasibility is ensure your questions is clear, concise, and specific. And the second one is feasibility. Consider the sources and time available for your research. The third one is relevance. Ensure your questions is relevant to your field of study and contributes to existing knowledge. So the second one is choose your research methodology. The first part is quantitative research. In quantitative research, collects numerical data to analyze patterns and trends. Sa qualitative research is collect non-numerical data to understand meanings, interpretations, and experiences. So in the third one is develop your research design. There are three parts. The first one is sampling. Sampling is select a representative sample for your population. The second one is data collection instruments. Data collections and instruments is creative, reliable, and valid instruments. Questionnaires, interview protocols, and observation checklists. The third one is data collection procedures. In data collection procedures is develop a detailed plan for data collection, including timing, location, and logistics. The fourth one is collect your data. There are four parts. The first one is reliability. And reliability ensures consistency in data collection. The second one is validity. In validity is collect data that accurately measures what you intend to measure. And the third one is accuracy. Minimize errors and biases in data collection. The last one is completeness. Collect all necessary data. This one is number 6, report your findings. In report your findings, there are three parts. The first one is clarity and conciseness. In clarity and conciseness is present your findings clearly and concisely. The second one is objective. Avoid bias in your interpretation and presentation. The last one is ethical reporting. In ethical reporting is adhere to ethical guidelines for reporting research findings.
Good day, madam. This is my report about research design and format. The first one is identifying credible sources for technical content. So why do we need to identify the credible sources for technical content? It is because it is crucial to ensure accuracy, reliability, and validity. The second one is conducting effective research and data collection. Here is an example of the conducting effective research and data collection. Define research objectives. Conduct background research. Develop a research plan. The third one is incorporating statistics, facts, and evidence. It's because base information enhances the credibility and reliability of research, communication, and decision making. The fourth one is citing sources and avoid plagiarism. So, why do we need to cite a source and to avoid plagiarism or copyright? It is because we need to cite the resources to avoid copyright or infringement whenever you post a video coming from other sites. That would be all. Thank you.
Good day everyone. So my topic is all about citing sources and avoiding plagiarism. So what is plagiarism? So plagiarism, in simple terms, plagiarism is the act of using other people's ideas or words as your own. It generally involves deliberately taking another person's work and presenting it as your own original work, and failure to acknowledge the owner content for their blogs and websites. When it comes to content creation, plagiarism is taken as a serious issue that sometimes makes people move to courts to defend their rights. Most people content creation companies don't allow plagiarized content since it destroys their company's name and the driving away clients who need unique content for their blogs and websites. One of the most debated subjects in both education and content creation industry is plagiarism. Some people plagiarize content intentionally and unintentionally. Therefore, plagiarism is taken as a serious issue here in the industry. Why you should avoid plagiarism? Plagiarism is an ethical issue that has some serious consequences. Most people in academic writing always don't understand why it's essential to research and come up with original content. When doing research, content writers should know that the resources they are using are just for giving out ideas and influencing how they think about a particular subject. So there are 4 reasons why we should avoid plagiarism. The first reason is plagiarism is a form of theft. Using other people's work and pretending to be your original work is theft. You won't be different from other thieves who take other people's property or items without consent. This is the reason why it has a serious consequences. One can earn money from other people's content or ideas, which is termed illegally. The second reason is to build trust and integrity. For a content writer, it's essential to have trust and integrity, especially if you are creating content for sale. If you keep on producing original content, then you'll end up getting more clients through referrals. Do people won't hesitate to ask project, the opportunities will come onto you. The second reason is to grow your reputation. This is essential since it gives you a competitive advantage and thus improving your professional skills and career development. If you avoid plagiarism, especially in the academic field, then you'll grow your reputation in your future work or projects. The last reason, you'll get genuine academic qualifications. Getting academic qualifications that you've not earned genuinely can be risky, especially when it comes to actual employment. Avoiding plagiarism means that you'll have the chance to showcase your actual abilities and knowledge, leading to career success. Ways to avoid plagiarism. Plagiarism is something avoidable and that can be controlled regardless of whether you are writing a term paper, thesis, or content for sale. There are some ways for avoiding plagiarism, which as follows. First is use plagiarism checkers. Today, there are many free and paid online plagiarism checkers that can help you present unique work or ideas. Some of the most used online tools for checking plagiarism include Grammarly and Copyscape. You can choose to either use the standard version or the premium version that one makes monthly or yearly subscriptions. The third way is citing sources. When researching a particular subject of interest, it's essential to cite the sources where you get the information from. If you forget to do this, then you'll be plagiarizing the same. Third and last ways is quote and paraphrase. When taking ideas or writing content, you can avoid the issue of plagiarism by quoting or paraphrasing content from the source. Paraphrasing, on the other hand, means condensing the author's main idea using your own words. That is all my report. Thank you for watching.